welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. I am Rue, and today we are continuing on with my series where I use every single shade in every single palette in my collection. And today we are going in with the Glamlite Cosmetics. This is the Paint Pro palette. So this is what she looks like, and I'm really excited to play with a bright palette. I feel like it's been a minute since I had a super bright in your face palette to play with, so I'm really excited to change it up a little bit. I've been doing a lot of deep tones and autumnal tones, and I'm just ready for something bright and in your face. So this is the one we're playing with today. I also have the Paint palette, which we'll be playing with at some point. This one is the Paint Pro palette, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Hey guys, so I feel like it has been a long time since I played with something super bright, super almost neon pastel kind of vibes. A little bit more bright than pastel, but like it kind of gives that energy, just very bright in your face. And I have been missing that. I feel like when I scroll through my Instagram with all of my recent looks, they're all very deep, they're all autumnal, they're all dark, they're all very, very in that realm. And I just want to bring a little bit of bright color back to my page. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm really excited to be playing with something bright. Also, I'm realizing I must not have as many super bright palettes in my collection as I thought I did. Don't get me wrong, I don't really want to have 100 just rainbow palettes. I love a nice curated color story and I love getting creative, but I do also love a good rainbow makeup look, which I feel like it's been a while since I've done anything like that. I don't think I'm gonna do a rainbow today, I don't think, but I do want to use quite a lot of color, some brightness, and just have fun today. So this is just my Morphe eye primer that I'm throwing all over my lid, and I kind of want to play with like the coral red, the turquoise, maybe even the lime, either turquoise or Viridian green. I have noticed these colors look super similar in the past before, maybe one of the purples, and maybe indigo. I just really want the bright in your face colors, and then maybe we'll do an autumnal look with the rest after, because I do have to use every single shade. But I think I want to, you know what? Gosh, this is so hard. What do I want to do? I think I want to start with coral red, and then we'll pull in one of the purples, and then we'll go in, I don't know. Or we could do like a sunrise, all the yellows and reds and pinks. Okay, let's go in with the yellow all over the brow bone lightly, and then we'll deepen it with tangerine and coral red, and then we're gonna go from there. I don't know. I have no idea what I want to do. I just know I want some bright colors in my feed again. So I'm gonna go in with this big fluffy brush. This is the JS8, and we're just gonna pick up yellow or Orchard and pop that all over the brow bone just lightly, and then I might add it in the inner corner with a little bit more intensity. We'll see. But we're just gonna start all over the brow bone. I think I kind of want it to be like a sunrise or sunset. Which one's more yellow and red? I think it's the sunrise I'm thinking of, maybe. So, gosh, what is new? I feel like it's been a bit since I filmed. It's only been a few days, actually, but I feel like a lot's been happening. I've been picking up some extra shifts at my day job, which I can't do very often because we don't have a very big budget and I'm the part-timer. Like, we just don't have a big, I don't know, we have to stay within a certain budget for how much hours people can work, and I'm the part-timer. So we only have a doctor in my office. I'm going in with orange, or tangerine, I should say. So we only have a doctor in my office 3 days a week. So typically that's how many days I work. And then we have the manager and we have the other like regular staff member. She's a receptionist, but she does more than me. She's been there longer and everything. So she does everything I do, and then she also does things like sales and glasses adjustments and stuff. I really just am a receptionist and a pre-tester. But anyways, she was off for her wedding, so I was able to pick up just a little bit of extra shifts, which has been really helpful. I didn't mean to do this eye. I got used to doing it that way. I guess we're doing it that way today. I'm sad now. It'll be fine. Anyways, so my coworker has been off quite a bit for her wedding, so I was able to pick up a little bit of extra shifts there, which has been really helpful because my small business has been a little bit slow. I didn't pick up any markets for the month because, well, I just didn't. markets have been a big hit or miss these past while, so I took a break. And so anyways, I don't really have any extra income very much because with the US tariffs I also had to change my shipping so that I don't ship there anymore, and it's been kind of difficult. So anyways, I was able to pick up some extra shifts at my day job, which has been nice. I feel like this side's pulled out further. It's fine. We're gonna go back in with the first fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna blend those shades a little bit more. I feel like it's pulled up more on one eye, so I might pull Tangerine up just a little bit more as well. Okay, this side looks really pretty. Are they the same distance? I think this side is further up. You know what? It's gonna be fine. We're just gonna finish the look. All right, my dog's been barking, so I'm just gonna go let her in, even though she just asked to go out before I started this video like 2 minutes ago, but it's fine. Okay, so now that Tangerine is on, I'm gonna go into that coral red shade, which is more of like a hot pink, and we're gonna put that one next. I'm basically just layering one on top of the other and blending. Anyways, so what was I saying? I don't even know anymore. I've been picking up a few extra shifts, not like a lot, but just to help because the holidays are around the corner and I want to be able to afford presents for at least the people closest to me. So I've been working quite a bit, but I should be going back to my normal 3 days a week next week, because my coworker is back as of now, but we also brought a doctor in for an extra day this week, so we've been able to give me an extra shift this week even though my coworker's back, which was again helpful. And then we'll have inventory a little bit later in this year, closer to the end of the year, so maybe that'll give me a few extra hours too. But I'll probably work less hours on the week of Christmas because I did last year and they probably won't really need me, so I want to try and like get my money situated in preparation for that too. And then also Black Friday is going to be around the corner. When I'm filming this, it's still a little bit away, but by the time this goes up, it'll be like right away or it'll have been just ended. And I want to get a few things. I have no idea what I want to get. I think I'm gonna like look at all of the brands I've been wanting to get stuff from and then just pick the best deal and just buy from one or two. Just because the shipping costs, I just can't justify buying from multiple. I'd rather pick a few and really stock up on all the things I've been wanting from them, or at least a bunch of things I've been wanting, and then go from there. Gosh, that is looking so pretty. I do think I want some depth, which I can't really get from this palette, but we're gonna go in with the coral red as well. And we're just gonna go in with a different brush. This one's kind of more of a flat brush, flat dense-ish brush. Crimson red. Okay, so we're gonna put that just more tight in the crease, and I'm just gonna pull it to the halfway point or 3/4 way, and I'll blend it out too because I don't want to close this off. I kind of want it to give cut crease, but not exactly. Now I'm gonna go back in with that big fluffy brush just to blend it. I really like how nice and soft all the blends are with this look. It's actually looking so gorgeous. And then I'm like, should I bring like maybe a purple or blue on the lower lash line or like under the eye? I don't know. That looks super pretty. I'm so excited to have something like this again because I have not played with these shades in a long time and it's coming together really pretty. There's something else I want to tell you guys, but like, okay, you know what? I can, because even though the items haven't come in the mail yet, by the time this goes up, they will have come in the mail. And also I already checked and my code works. So really cool. I got reached out to by Do Color. They mostly focus on makeup brushes, but they do have a few other goodies available. Anyways, they wanted to send me some PR. They wanted to send me some makeup brushes, and they gave me an affiliate link. This is my first package in PR. I already got the tracking number, so even though I haven't gotten the items yet, I got the tracking number. They said it should be about 10 days for shipping to Canada, and it shipped I think yesterday. I got the tracking number yesterday anyways. And so in about 10 days, I'm getting a makeup brush set from Do Color, which I'm so excited for because some of my makeup brushes, like, it's peeling, you know? They're just, and I mean, the brushes still work okay, but I'm really excited to have some pretty new brushes to play with. Anyways, my affiliate code is GUROO, so GUROO, and you can use that to save 20% off on Do Color. I went on the website and I checked, and it is currently working. Because I haven't gotten the package yet, I wasn't sure if it would already be set up. I can't really speak on the quality of products because I haven't tried them before, and until my package comes in, I can't try them. But if you know you like Do Color and you've been wanting to place an order, maybe use my code. It would be so cool to get some kickback, you know? Like, that would be wild. So yeah, if you want to use my code, feel free. I'm not going to tell you to spend your money on the brand as someone who has not tried them yet. But once I do test out the brushes, I'll definitely talk more on it. My lunch is beeping. I have to go check the oven, but I'm in the middle of putting glitter primer on. I hope you guys can't hear it. I hope it's not annoying. I just have to go flip it and then I can finish my makeup look while it finishes cooking. So I will be right back. Okay, so let's go in with some shimmers. I kind of want to start with titanium white on the inner corner, going into crimson yellow, and then finishing off with electric pink out here. So we're going to do that. But yeah, so it's super exciting. I'm not gonna lie, I am so teeny tiny that when I got the email, even though it had like a pretty legit looking, you know how the end code should be like, instead of at gmail.com, it would be at docolor.com. It had that. So I was like, this might be real, but also maybe scams are getting better. So anyways, I actually reached out to the brand on Instagram and I was like, hey, I just wanted to see if this is actually you guys, because you know, scams are getting pretty realistic, blah blah blah. And it took a few days, but then they replied and they were like, yep, that's one of our PR people, so feel free to move forward if that's something you want to do. And I actually got the email about a week before I got the response saying yes, it's real. So I didn't tell anyone, like not even my partner, because I was like, oh, like, if it's a scam, like, I don't want to tell him and have him excited and then have it be fake, right? After I got that message back on Instagram, I told my partner right away, and I was like, listen, I've heard Allie Dawson talk a lot about getting PR offers and then never getting PR. So I only told my partner until I got the tracking number. And then after I got the tracking number and my code and everything, I told my mom. And that's as far as I've gone with telling people so far. This video is going up, in theory, after I've gotten my PR from the brand. So I can always pop on and give you an update if anything changes. But as of right now, I have the tracking number. My affiliate link works on the website. And I am super excited. I don't know how long I'll have a code for. I'm not sure what the process is. But basically they're just like, yeah, just like if you can make a reel and we can like co-post it kind of thing on Instagram, and we'll include your code and people can shop your link and this and that. And yeah, all they wanted was me to play with the brushes in a reel, and I'm like, I would have done that anyways. In fact, if I like the brushes enough, I'll just use them lots, because my current brushes, some of them are still in good condition, but most of them are super old and chipping and just not super great anymore. So I was thinking about buying new brushes anyways. So I was like, what great timing to get it in PR. I thought I would need to have at least about 1,000 followers before even being considered for any PR whatsoever. And when this is happening, I'm at about 330 on Instagram. I think I have 83 subscribers on YouTube. And my TikTok, I have about 200 and something. I'm so small, guys. And like, for me to get an affiliate code and to get even just makeup brushes in PR, like, that's so freaking cool. Wow. Like, I'm honestly mind blown. I got so excited to get that link, that like the tracking number, and to see my affiliate code work on the website. For me, that's mind blowing. For me to experience that so soon and early into like my, like, don't get me wrong, I've been doing makeup for a lifetime basically, since I was a little preteen, you know, but not professionally. And I know a few videos ago I was saying how, like, imagine where I'd be had I jumped on the train when I was just getting started in makeup. But like, I'm getting those opportunities even though I took so long to get started. And I know it's just one opportunity and it might be the only one I get for a very long time. Who knows? But it's still just such a cool feeling for a huge brand. And like, they reached out and they're like, hey, like, we love the like your videos, the creativity in them, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's got to be true. Because they're not hitting me up because of my huge, incredible follower count, you know? I'm just, it's such a cool feeling. And yeah, anyways, if you did want to use it, like I said, I have not tried the products yet, but if you've been wanting to get an order from Do Color, or you know you like them, or you've been dying to try them or anything like that, and you feel like using my code, it would be the coolest thing ever. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I would share with you guys. Also, this is looking so freaking gorgeous, you guys. I've missed my brights. I'm excited to have some super bright, fun, punchy looks again. This is gorgeous. Okay, what do I want to do now? Should I take off my tape, clean it up, and do the lower lash line? Probably. Ow, I forgot to put it on my hand so it didn't hurt to peel. Ow, that felt like so sticky. Holy. Alright, we're just gonna use some of my e.l.f. melting balm. I think I prefer my other one better, so I don't know if I'll repurchase this one. I think I'll just go back to the one I used before. But I mean, they're very similar. I don't dislike this one by any means. Gosh, you guys. Yeah, so I don't know. Things have been really exciting and fun and cool, and I don't know, I still can't believe it, you know? I didn't think I was close to that. I didn't think I would get my first PR this year, and I am. It's coming in the mail. It's already on its way to me, and that's so cool. I want to try and get this series done before the end of the year so that I can do a ranking of all of my palettes. But I'm not sure if I'll be able to, so I'm like, maybe I'll just save some of the ones that I know how I feel about them. But it's so hard because opinions change, and I've been playing with so many different palettes. It's going to be hard for me to make up my mind on the ones that I haven't played with. And I see some people, and they will do like Coal of the Ball, for example. They said in one of their videos, they're like, oh, I'm just gonna do 6 makeup looks today. And I'm like, my eyes get super irritated and water for no reason. I'm like, if I tried to do that, I'm lucky if I can do 2 looks. I'm like, that, like, you're so blessed. If your skin and eyes can handle 5 or 6 makeup looks in a day, you're so blessed. Because, like, there are days where I want to. I'm like, I just feel like playing with makeup and washing it off and playing with makeup all over again. That sounds super fun. But by the time I wash off my first look, my eyes are watering and my skin is a bit irritated. And I'm like, yeah, some days my skin can handle 2 looks. But for the most part, I'm like, I've gotten pretty good at, like, doing gentle washing on my face. Because I know that if you're not gentle, you're gonna irritate your skin. I understand that. But I don't know why, but my eyes are so sensitive to watering. So, I don't know. I heard that and I was like, I freaking wish I could just sit around all day and do makeup looks over and over and over and just chill, because my skin cannot handle it. I'm obsessed. I feel like I haven't done a look like this in so freaking long. And now I'm questioning why. Why haven't I done this? It looks incredible. That blend is gorgeous. What color do I want to put under my eye? That would look really pretty, actually. Do I do that green and then blend it out with this green, or would that be too much? So I'm going to go in with the Viridian green, the slightly darker of the two. And we're going to pop that on my under eye. I just finished priming, so we're just going to be popping that nice and snug. But yeah, so I was like, I really do want to do a palette ranking, and then that way I can also do a showcase of all of my palettes in, like, kind of combine those two together so you can see my collection, because I've never done a ranking. So it's like I can just do a complete palette ranking, and then that way you can see everything I own and also how I feel about them all. But there's definitely palettes I've only played with a couple times in my collection because they're very new. There's also palettes I haven't played with in a long time that I need to really make sure I know how I feel about them. So I really do want to finish this series first, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna get this series done before the end of the year, and I'd really like to do my ranking this year, so that's something I'm still trying to figure out. Like, maybe if I do more makeup looks on work days, I could get it done in time, but I'm really bad for saying I'm gonna wake up early and do my makeup, and then I can't fall asleep, so then I just end up turning my early alarms off because I'm like, well, I couldn't fall asleep for hours. I need to rest. So then I change my mind at like partway through the night, and I'm like, well, it is what it is. So I'm like, ugh. And also I am very limited on time before work if I do want to do a makeup look. It's like, can I do something that I really genuinely will love? Like, I have, don't get me wrong, but it's like, my favorite thing about makeup is I can just take my time and play and not look at a clock. Anytime I'm feeling rushed, it starts to get a little bit stressful because I want to just chill and take my time, and like, I can cut the video to be shorter for you guys, even if for me I'm sitting here for like over an hour just hanging out and playing with makeup, you know? So it doesn't matter that it takes longer to film because I just edit it, right? But for having to get my butt out the door, it's a little trickier. This looks so pretty. I do think I'll have to clean up the lower lash line. I think I pulled it down a little bit far for what I like. It does look really cute though. Is that all I'm going to do for eyeshadow? I think that's all I'm going to do for eyeshadow. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off, clean everything up, and I'll come back and show you the completed look. Hey guys, we are back with the completed look, and she is feeling so cute. So to finish off the eyes, I went in with my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Catsuit. It matches that shadow so perfectly. I'm obsessed. This is one of my favorite colors just as a whole. It's so pretty. I'm obsessed. For my mascara, I went in with my e.l.f. Lash and Roll, and then I threw on some lashes. These ones are from Amazon, and they're kind of that perfect length for me. They're not super big, but they're dramatic enough. I really, really like this length. I'm pretty happy with them. That's all I did for my eyes. I did touch up my brows just a little bit with my e.l.f. brow pencil in Brunette. I need the darker shade. This one's doing the trick for now. When and if I buy it again, I'll get the darker shade. For my face, I went into my e.l.f. Sun Touchable Primer. I'll be lucky if I get one more use out of this, but I do have a backup, thankfully. I love this primer. For my foundation, I went in with my Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. I've been really enjoying this. I really want to get it in a slightly lighter shade because I do have to mix in some really light concealer to get it to match me a little bit better, and this is the Juvia's Place in 24. But so far, I do really like it. It's the kind of coverage I like, which is pretty light to medium, more so on the light, and I really don't apply a lot of foundation. So that is the combo I used there. For concealer, I used that same Juvia's Place one mixed with my e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Light Sand. I like to do just like a dot of each under the eye, and that's about it. For my setting powder, I went in with my Wet n Wild Loose Setting Powder in Photo Finish. I have no complaints about it, but I've never really been overly picky about setting powders, so yeah, I don't mind it, and it was super, super affordable, so not too shabby. And then I think all that's left is we did blush and highlight. For blush and highlight, I went in with my Unearthly Cosmetics Devour collection, and I used both of these, the Slate and the Delicate. I still am not sure how I feel about this. It's not my favorite, honestly, which sucks because I love Unearthly Cosmetics. I love my palettes from them, but this shade, it feels like it's really hard to pick pigment up for my blush. So I'm not really sure. I've been trying to use it a little bit more, but I don't really go for it very often just because it's a little hard to pick up. I did manage to make it work, and I always do, but I don't know if it's my favorite. So anyways, that is what I used for blush and highlight. And then lastly was lips, and I just went in with my Appeal Cosmetics combo. These are both in the shade Chic, just the lip liner, and then this one is their Ultra Cream Liquid Lipstick. I so far don't mind this. I've been trying it out since I've gotten it and really don't have much complaints. I've used this with at least one other lipstick before and really like it. This one I've only used with this lip liner, but yeah, I don't mind those either. So that is everything I used to finish off this look, and I'm ready to jump in the next one. So let's go. Hey guys. So for look number 2, I think we're gonna go in with the blue and some of the purples. So let's start with Orchid, and go into Azure, Dark Violet, and Indigo, I think. So starting with Orchid, we're gonna be placing that all on the brow bone super, super lightly. I don't want it to be too intense. So funny enough, in my last look, I was saying how one of the lovely beauty influencers that I follow was talking about doing like tons of makeup looks in one day, and I was like, I literally cannot. Well, it is the same day as the last look. I just finished up some of the things I needed to do, and I honestly just didn't feel like doing anything, but I felt like I could still play with makeup. So here we are. I washed off my last look, and we are doing a second look today. Genuinely, I think that's the maximum that I could do in a day just from my skin, but that's what we're doing today. I'm gonna go into that blue shade next, and I want to have it pretty pulled up. I feel like I need a smaller brush. We're gonna try this though. But yeah, so we're doing look number 2. I just only have a little bit, like I'm so ahead on YouTube because I only post twice a week, but then I'm behind on Instagram because I post photos every day, but I really mostly only do makeup if I'm filming content. So it gets me ahead on YouTube, which is great, but then I don't get ahead on Instagram. So if I miss a day of doing makeup, I have to like be very strategic about it. And since I've been picking up extra shifts at work, I haven't been doing my makeup as often. So I only have posts for today and tomorrow, and then I work tomorrow, so maybe I'll do makeup before I go to work, but probably I won't. So this look will give me posts for, I don't know, because I want to do my makeup on Halloween. See, so it's 2 days to Halloween, and I know I'm super ahead in filming, but if I do my Halloween makeup, I'll post it before this video, of course, because I'm dressing up as a moth, and I want to do like moth makeup, but also I start work at 9 that day, which for me, if I want to get up and film makeup, like that's way too early usually. Okay, I'm happy with that blend. We're gonna go into Indigo next, and we're gonna kind of put that around the edges. I want to put it here, over here, and then pulled up and around, just nice and tight in the crease though. Something like that. All right, and then on my lid, I want to go in with these blues. So we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of glitter primer, and I just want to place that on the center of my lid. And then we're gonna go in with Aqua, the bright blue first, and I want that in the center, and then I'm basically gonna blend it out with that nice dark blue shimmer. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush and go into the cobalt blue, which is the darker blue shimmer, and we're gonna put that around the edges and just use it to kind of transition and blend. I'm gonna go back into the brush that had that first blue shimmer on it just to blend my edges together. And I just want to go back in with my fluffy brush with Indigo and just touch up the edges as well. Also, I might do a face mask tonight just because I'm doing so much makeup, so I might wash this off, give my face a little bit of a break, and then put a face mask on. I'm not 100% sure what my plan is for the rest of the evening yet. What I'm thinking I want to do is go in with dark violet and then top it with the purple, and then put this yellow shade in my inner corner again. And on my brow bone. Let's do that. All right, so going in to that titanium white shade, and we're just gonna put that on my brow bone and on my inner corner. And we're gonna go into that dark violet shade, press that in first. Also, I'm doing 2 looks today because I'm really realizing that if I wanna do a palette ranking, either before the end of the year or like for the beginning of 2026, I really do need to finish off this series. And I need to decide what my next, like what I'm going to do next. I'm going into purple, which is just literally the purple shimmer. I need to decide what I'm going to do next because this is my main video type right now. Like, I do occasional unboxings, trying new makeup, especially with the Eyescream Beauty Box, but like this is what I primarily focus on. So I'm trying to figure out what's gonna replace it. I want to keep something going constantly to keep me using all my old stuff, but I'm not sure what will be as good as this. Like, I mean, I could just do a palette bingo with every single palette in my collection because that's fun too, and at least then I'll have used every single shade. And yeah, maybe I'll do palette bingos next as my primary thing. I'm not really sure. Okay, I do really like that with the purple shimmer topped on it. I think that's all we're gonna do for shadows. So I'm gonna clean it up, finish everything off, and I'll come back and show you the completed look. We are back with the completed look. I'm obsessed again. The last one I think had that bright pop that I've been really craving, whereas this one's another deep sultry look, but it's not super dark and I still think it's gorgeous. I do think the look before was giving me something I've been missing and I haven't done in a while, but I still really love this one. So let's go ahead and get into how I finished it off. So for my eyes, I just went in with my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Piggy Bank, along with the same mascara, just my e.l.f. Lash and Roll Mascara. I did little half lashes this time. I'm actually surprised they stuck because my skin is a little irritated for look number 2 here because it's 2 in one day, and I wish I could do that all the time. I need to figure out why my like right here gets super irritated really easily. I don't know why, but it is what it is, and we did manage to make it through look number 2. I'm about to cook dinner and then relax, so I'll be able to wash this off anyways. It always sucks washing off a makeup look that I absolutely love rather than wearing it out, but it's what I get for doing 2 makeup looks and not leaving my house today. Anyways, for my face, I went in with my e.l.f. Sun Touchable Primer again. It's so sad looking. And then I went in with my e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. This one is in something neutral. The sticker came off, but I really do like this one. It's a little bit more of a light coverage than the Wet n Wild one I've been using. I like them both a lot, but I feel like I haven't dipped into this one in a little bit, so I picked this one for this look. I went in with these 2 concealers. I always do just a dot of each under the eye, and that's it. This one is my Juvia's Place in 24, and then this one is my e.l.f. Camo Concealer in Light Sand. For my setting powder, I went in with my Wet n Wild Loose Setting Powder. It is the Photo Finish translucent one. It's the only one I have in my collection. I'm not super picky about setting powders, so it's all good. For my face, I went in with my very broken Wet n Wild highlighter. I really need some new highlighters because I would like to declutter this one, and I would like to declutter my Jeffree Star palette one, the highlight palette. I just don't have enough highlighters to do that, to justify it. But like, my poor collection. So I don't know what this one is other than that it's Wet n Wild, but it's what I used. For my blush, I went in with my Be Bella Blush Quad. We went in with the Electric Pink. I'm really learning I like a nice shimmery blush. These are the only shimmery ones I have in my collection other than the one I used in my last look from Unearthly. But that one, it's just not as easy to pick up. It feels almost hard pressed. So I've really learned that I like this kind of formula. And I like these ones as well, but I do have other mattes in my collection, whereas I don't really have much for these type of shimmery blushes, but I really do enjoy them. So that's what I used anyways, is this one here. For my lips, I just went in with my ColourPop Lippy Pencil in Love Bug. I completely colored the lip in, and then I topped it with this liquid catsuit from Wet n Wild. This one is in Grave Robber. It's very sheer, but I've always wanted to wear it, but I never knew what to top it on because it's super sheer. Works great over top of a lip liner, so I'm really happy to be able to use that guy. And that is everything I did to finish off look number 2. And you guys, all we have left for the last look is gonna be these 2 shades. So I was thinking maybe I do a green and purple eye look next. I love a green and purple, and I really, really want to play with this one a lot. And I also love a good turquoise, and green, turquoise, and purples all go really well together. Like I love a turquoise and purple. I love a green and purple. So I'm thinking I might do that. I think it'd be really cute to do maybe the greens for mattes with maybe some yellow and then purple shimmer. I don't know. We will figure that out right now. Hey guys, so for look number 3 here, I really just have to use these 2 shades, and I kind of wanted to do a Christmassy look. So I was thinking I would do this color on the inner part of the eye, and then the red on the outer part, the teal on the lower lash line, and then go in with a gold shimmer. So that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. So yeah, let's get started. I did already prime with my Morphe eye primer. So I'm gonna go into the green first, and I wanna place that on this inner part, and I'm gonna pull it up above the crease. And I will pull it a little bit under, but I want most of the lower lash line to be that teal shade. I really do like this green a lot. It's like that perfect lime green, and it does build up pretty nicely. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. And we're gonna go in with another small fluffy brush, same kind, I just didn't feel like wiping it off. And we're gonna go into that crimson red, and we're gonna place that on the outer part of the lid. I think I'm back to normal shift now, thankfully. I've been getting pretty tired, although I don't know what I'm gonna do without the extra money, because it didn't actually feel like much extra money, but like, I don't know. Everything is so tight that I'm just not making money through my small business right now. Although, I think I mentioned it in this video about my very first PR being on its way and having an affiliate link to that, which is so exciting. So maybe I'll be able to start bringing in even just a little something through this as well, which would be so helpful, because even like $100, if I could get to the point where I made an extra $100 a month through this, it would help so much, or like maybe more eventually. But I'm just going in with my glitter primer. But yeah, and then I want to place it all the way up throughout the center here. But yeah, so I'm like, honestly right now, anything that can help will make a difference. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited. Hopefully my stuff comes in prior to this video being posted, and then I'll have more of an opinion on it, because I'll post that one pretty much as soon as I get it and try it out, just to get the ball rolling with that opportunity. Whereas these types of videos can kind of be posted at any point. Those ones you kind of want to post a little sooner. This is pretty. I love this color combo, actually. It's very much giving Christmas. This is so cute, but also so simple. Literally 3 shades. I'm going to touch up the mattes just a little bit. That green one, this green one is definitely the one I've dipped into the most. Like, it looks like it's getting close to hitting pan. And I'm not someone who really cares about hitting pan on products. If I do, I do, and if I don't, I don't. I like more so just making sure that I play with everything I own. And I know that for a lot of people doing the pan projects, that's how they make sure that they're playing with lots of their stuff. But for me, I just want to make sure that everything's getting dipped into. I don't really want to do panning products, because then I feel like my palettes are running empty. I don't know. I'm weird. Okay, that's really pretty. I'm almost done the look already, which is crazy. I think I want to go into the white just for on my brow bone, and then we'll clean up and do that lower lash line color. So I'm doing my late Thanksgiving tomorrow. I'm in Canada, so we're supposed to do Thanksgiving in October, but it's now November. And my brother was out of town for work, and he goes out of town in 2 days again for another like week and a half or 2 weeks. So we're doing our Thanksgiving tomorrow, but it's hard because I don't know if my niece's family can make it out that day. And they could have made the other day work, but we canceled for my brother, and now it's like, I don't know, I'm just wondering like how to make things work for the whole family, because it feels like either one person can make it work but the other can't. So it's been a little stressful trying to plan anything. I feel like we're gonna just have to start picking a day, and whoever shows up, and whoever doesn't, it doesn't. And it is what it is, because it doesn't feel fair to cancel for one family member and then have the other family member not able to make it when they could have made it to the original. So I don't know. I've been thinking about that a little bit lately as well, how to make that work going forward, because the older we get, and now we all, like, we have my niece and her parents, we have my brother and his partner and her 2 kids, which of course he considers to be his kids now too. So like 2 separate families, and then me and my partner, we just have our pets. But I think we have the most steady work schedules. Like me and my partner, for the most part, only Monday to Friday. I only work 3 days usually. And then I also run my small business, but I can just, you know, not book a market if I need it off or something for weekends. So I sometimes work weekends if I book a market. But yeah, so me and my partner, we are the ones with the most flexible schedule. So we're usually the ones that like try and plan and host it. But it has been getting difficult because it feels like there's never a day that just works for everyone anymore. And just like a year or 2 ago, that wasn't really a problem. So it's been tricky. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and prime under the eye and get that teal shade laid down here. Yeah, I don't know. It might just be like my household and then my brother's household. All right, so I'm just taking that teal or turquoise shade and laying that across the lower lash line. I think I like that darker one better, the Viridian green. It's just a little deeper, but it does seem to be building up okay. Okay, I do also want to bring that green around and under a little bit, and then I think I'll top it with that same shimmer that I used for my brow bone. All right, we're just gonna grab a little bit more of that titanium white just from my inner corner here. I like that it leans green because it's topped on top of a green. It's a very versatile shade because it'll kind of lean into what it's on top of from what I can tell. All right, that's all I'm gonna do for shadow. So I'm gonna hop off and finish everything else up, and then I'll come back and show you the completed look. Okay guys, we are back with look number 3. I think it is so cute with a little bit of festiveness to it. I love it. To finish off the look, I went in with my ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Catsuit. It matches that teal shade really, really beautifully. And then I went in with my Megafy Lengthening Mascara. This is the one I like to use currently if I'm not doing lashes, which I'm not going to do today. For my face, I went in with my e.l.f. Suntouchable Primer. I know, look how empty it is. I'm literally like opening it and squeezing that last little bit out. I'm going to try to get one more use out of it. We'll see. Don't waste. I try to use as much of my product as humanly possible. Broke bitch. Hi. Anyways, hopefully not for forever though. So yeah, for my face, I went in with my e.l.f. Suntouchable Primer. I do really like this one. I'm getting as much product out of it as humanly possible before I open my backup. And then for my foundation, I went in with my e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. I don't know the shade because my sticker came off forever ago, but that's what I used for foundation. And then for my concealers, I went in with my Juvia's Place Concealer in 24, along with my e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer in Light Sand. For my setting powder, I went in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. And then for my cheeks, I went in with my Game Beauty Heat Wave Blush. This one is in Violet. It's my only red blush, and I really, really do like it. And then for my highlight, I did want something simple but gold, so I went in with my Unearthly Cosmetics in Delicate. Lastly, for my lips, I did my ColourPop lip liner in Frenchie, and then I topped it with my Wet n Wild liquid catsuit lipstick. This one is in Video Vixen, and that is everything I used to finish off this look. So let's go ahead, zoom out, and finish off the video. Okay guys, so those are the 3 looks I created in order to use every single shade in the Paint Palette Pro from Glamlite. I don't think I have a favorite. I think I loved all 3 looks I created using this palette. I have fallen back in love with this palette again, which I wasn't sure if I would or not because I have become very wanting deepening shades. So much so that I've forgotten how beautiful a look like this could be, where it is kind of almost one tone, like there's not a ton of depth, but it's still so beautiful. And I've kind of forgotten how much I can also love this kind of look. So I was super happy to play with this. I genuinely adored every single look I created, and yeah, I truly have fallen back in love with this palette again. So I'm very happy with that, and I'm very excited to jump into whatever the next palette may be. So hopefully I'll see you in that video as well. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you had a favorite look, let me know down below. If you liked the video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content from me in the future, continue on with this series, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!